So welcome again. Now we're gonna start a new chapter relating to creating posts and then displaying them. Okay, so creating a post, we're gonna have first of all gonna create this pop-up, which is gonna help us do everything. It's gonna be one and it's gonna be usable across all applications. You're gonna use text, emojis. You've shown the showcase. Okay, you can just like have a background and then text. You can just go back. These switches that are nice. Like for example, if I went right here and open this menu, look, this is gonna be with the text, which is this kind of things are beautiful. these changes are really nice. It gives you like a good UI experience or a good user experience. Okay, and then you can choose like images, and it depends how many images you choose, the way that we're gonna choose. Okay, for example, let me remove that and add like for example 5. Okay, and then open, and they're all gonna be displayed in a beautiful grid. And exactly this is the way how they're gonna be in the post exactly. Okay, so this is like very beautiful, nice. You can add like another picture, you can remove them from here, you can go back again to the normal state, close this type of things are really cool. So let's just start working on it. Okay, so let's minimize this and then go right here, and then let's go back to the components, and we're gonna create a new folder. Let's call it create post pop-up, for example. Okay, and then let me get the name like that and create a file inside, which is going to be the index.js, and then RFC like this. Change the name of the index and make this uppercase because our component should be uppercase. Then right here import the styles, which is going to be included in the folder itself. So let's go back right here and then create the style.css, and then let me go back to pages, or not pages, let me just add it in the app. Okay, in the app let me show it. Okay, so create post pop-up like this. Okay, so now it's right here, it's been added. So let's work on that. First of all, let me remove that, and the first class name is going to be the blur class name, which is going to be blur. So this class has been defined, which is all just going to give us this nice blur. Already created this class. Okay, so now we're going to work on the post box. Okay, and then we're going to have the box header, which is going to be reusable, and then inside this we're going to have the box circle. Okay, and inside this we can have the exit icon, and then also after in the header itself we can have a span. Inside the span is going to be the header. So create post, okay, like this. So let me just go back to the size and let me define like the first thing so we know what we're doing. Okay, so the post box is going to be position fixed, it's going to be top 50%, the usual, left 50%, and then transform translate -50%, -50% like this. Okay, so now it's actually exactly in the middle, and the background is going to be a variable, which is going to be bg primary, and then we're going to have box shadow, and the shadow is going to be simply 0.12 pixels, 28 pixels, 0, and then variable, which is going to be shadow 1. Okay, and then also going to add 0, 2 pixels, 4 pixels, then 0, and then also have var shadow 2. We finally used shadow 2. Okay, so let's add an inset, which is going to be the shadows goes inside the element, so it's going to be 0, 0, 0. Okay, and then 1 pixel, then we're going to use the variable shadow. Okay, like this. Okay, so let's continue. After this we're gonna have a minimum height, which is gonna be 228 pixels, 228, and then also the width is gonna be 500 pixels. Okay, so this is looking way better. Okay, so I feel like maybe we need a border radius or not, I don't know. Maybe like we can add this border radius like 10 pixels. Okay, or maybe just 5. So let's continue. Box header is going to be position relative, display flex, align item center, and then justify content is going to be also center. So we're going to center the text inside, but the icon, why the icon is not shown, let me just see. This was okay, should be icon like this. Okay, so now we have it there. Also, let me just try something. I don't know if we used it, small circle. I actually don't know if we used it or not. Okay, we did, so maybe we can use that and not use anything else new. Okay, I feel like that would be better. So let's continue. After this we can have a font size to be 20 pixels, font weight 700, and then the padding is gonna be top 14 pixels, right 15 pixels, bottom 17, left 15. Okay, and then we're gonna have a border bottom, which is gonna be 1 pixel, solid, and then variable bg third, like this. And then we're gonna go now with because I was gonna go to the box circle, but we've done work on that, so maybe you just can select it. You can go post box, okay, and then select the small circle, so the changes only applicable for this div, for this element. So you're gonna make the position to be absolute, okay, and then we're gonna go to the right and we're gonna make it 16 pixels, and from top 12 pixels, okay. So it's looking better. And then let me see the cursor. Okay, so the cursor is applicable. Okay, so the exist icon, we have it, everything is fine there, so everything is working fine right here. So let's continue with that. So let's go back to the post, go back to the index, and after the header itself we're gonna continue, and then we're gonna work on this one. Let me show you, which is gonna be for the privacy or whatever, the image and the name, and then that's div. So right here we're gonna call it box profile, and then we're gonna have the image. So let me just get the user, let's pass it in the app. Okay, so it's going to be the informations of the current user. So let me just get from the props. So the source is simply going to be from the user dot picture, like this. Okay, and then we're going to have box call, and then simply we're going to have box profile name. Okay, and then inside this we're gonna have the user dot first name, and then space, and then user dot last name. Okay, like this. And we can go after that div, and we have the box privacy, and then right here we're gonna have an image. So the image is gonna go 3 times up, and then go to the icons, and then it's gonna be public.png. Let's see if we got it. And then we get it, so that's fine. And so after the image we're gonna have a span, which is gonna be public. Okay, and then we're gonna have an icon, which is gonna be the arrow down icon. Okay, like this. Why is not showing? Arrow down. Okay, so now we have it. So this is all of it's gonna be for that div. So we can go back to the size. So let me just go and see where. So going back to the style, this is gonna be a box profile. So we're gonna have display flex, and the gap is gonna be 12 pixels. Okay, and then also gonna have the padding is gonna be 17 from top, also 17 from right, and then 5 bottom, 17 pixels from the left. Okay, and then we're gonna select that image, so box profile, and then select the image. The width is gonna be 38. So the height is gonna be the same. So border radius rounded 50%, and then object fit is gonna be cover. Okay, things starting to go well right now. Then we're gonna go box call, and then right, this is what we do without here. So simply let's just move it a bit. So transform and translate y, and then we're gonna push it up. So -7 pixels. Okay. And then we're gonna go to the name, so prof name. I hope I have no typos. So font size is gonna be 14 pixels, and the font weight is gonna be 600, and also the margin bottom is gonna be 4 pixels. Okay, like this. And then the box profile, that was. Now we're gonna work on the box privacy. So the box privacy, and then this is gonna be display flex and line item center. Okay, so things going well. The width is going to be 81 pixels, and the gap is going to be 4 pixels. The font size is going to be 12 pixels. The padding is going to be 3 pixels, then 8, then 4, then 8 pixels. Okay, and then the border radius is going to be 7 pixels, and then the background is going to be variable, which is going to be bg third. Okay, if I can write that. So now things going well. And after the bg third, we need just the cursor to be pointer. Also, we're gonna select the privacy, box privacy, and then we're gonna select what? The span, and then we're gonna have margin bottom to be 1 pixels, and also the box privacy. We just see what is the icon, because I don't know why it's large. So this is gonna be inside the box privacy, the same. So they're gonna select that icon, maybe like, I don't know why it's that big. Let me just see if we had any problem. Okay, that's gonna be because of this image. Okay, so that's why this item moved with this image. Okay, so maybe right here, let me go back, let me remove that and go back right here, and in this image, the public, not the public, this one, what is it, first one, let me add a class name, let's call it box profile image. Okay, this is going to be underscore, let me take that, go back right here and change the name of that div. Okay, so as you see right now, this is all done beautifully. So now we're going to work the rest. Now we're going to work on the input. So we're going to go back right here after the box profile, then we're going to have another div which is going to be flex center first, and then inside this we're going to have a text area. Okay, and we're going to have a class name for it, which is going to be post input. Okay, we can define like the values from here or whatever data you want. Maybe just remove all of this. Okay, even the name. So let me just define a few attributes for it. So the max length, you can define like a max length for how much can characters be typed. I'm gonna make it 100. You can make it whatever you want. So I don't like people on talk a lot. Okay, so value, the value of it is gonna be a text. Okay, so we're gonna create the value of it. So we're gonna create a state. Let's call it text, set text, and then use state, which is gonna be in the beginning empty, and I need to import use state. Okay, let me import it before import the use state from React like this. Okay, so after the value, let's see, we've seen the text area right here. Also gonna need a placeholder, and the placeholder is gonna be just simply, which is gonna make it like a value that changes, because you're gonna mention the first name of the user. So it's gonna be the beginning, what's on your mind. Okay, and then we're gonna give the username, so user dot first name, and this is how it's gonna look. So that's the placeholder. Okay, also when it changes, when we type something, when the value that we type is gonna be registered on the text. So the way that we're gonna do it's on change right here. So when something change, so it's simply we're gonna get the event and then simply set text, which is we have in the state, and we're gonna take it from a to target dot value. Okay, and this way anything we type right here is going to be stored on this state. Okay, so maybe you can go and play with the size to make it look presentable, and we're going to start from flex center. So it's going to be minimum height, which is going to be 90 pixels. Okay, and then also we're going to have the position to be relative, and display flex, align item center, and then justify content to be sent like this. And then we're going to go to the input, and then simply we're going to have position also to be relative, and then the outline to be none. So we don't want any outline, and also we don't want any border. Okay, and also this resize that you see right here, which is allows you to resize the elements, we don't want this, so it's going to be resize, and it's going to be none. Okay, and then we're going to have a padding 5 pixels top and bottom, and 15 from left and right. Okay, and then margin bottom, and it's going to be, let me see, 10 pixels. The width is going to be 470. Okay, so now it's full width, and then also we're going to have a margin left, which is going to be 1 pixel. Okay, and then we're going to have the font family, which is going to be inherit like this. Okay, and then we're going to have, let me see what else, font size to be 24 pixels. Okay, and then we're going to have the background to be variable, which is going to be BG primary. Okay, and the color is going to be a variable, which is going to be color primary. Okay, so we've done this because it's going to be necessary, because this is going to change. So let me go to the flex center, inside it, and then select the text area itself, and then we're going to do some changes. So the minimum height, so make sure that's actually going to be 90 pixels. Okay, and the background is going to be transparent. Okay, like this, and then we're going to have display flex, not display flex, overall flow Y which is going to be visible, and position is going to be absolute. Okay, but the thing also with this is because this text area, we're not going to want it in the flick stand, so this is only going to be when we have backgrounds. Okay, that's why we've done it before. So this is not going to be visible until, you know, we are showing the background. So we're not showing the background, this is not going to be visible. Okay, so that's the way I'm done it right here. Okay, so the thing that we're going to do also is simply go, let me just see, we can go back right here, and let me just copy this text area and put it outside of this. Okay, and then we're gonna have the one that we had, and this one is not gonna be visible until, you know, certain state is true. So let me just have a state right here. Let's call it show preview, and then set show preview, and this is gonna be use state, and the beginning is gonna be, okay, false, false, as usual, as what we do. Okay, so when this is true, this is gonna be changeable also. So when this is true, then we show all of this. Okay, it's just so we're not showing right now. Okay, but it's gonna be a bit different. I need, you know, just to add it all because we're gonna be needed. So let's continue. So after all of this, let me go back right here. After this right here, just make sure that we are in the right div. Okay, so right here, and then we're gonna have another div which is gonna be post emojis wrap. Okay, and then we're gonna have also, we need like a picker which is gonna be for the emojis. So let me just first of all have like a div for it. So it's gonna be comment emoji picker. Okay, and rl move. We're gonna have those two divs. So let me add a dot right here. Okay, and right here we're gonna have the picker. Okay, so before that I've changed my mind on something, so let me go back right here, remove the text area. I'm gonna do it a different way. Okay, and this is only gonna be visible when it's not true, like this. And this show preview this time is going to be for when we go like this and then open like this one. Okay, so this is when show the preview, this is going to be for the images. So when we have anything related to the images, then that one is not going to be visible, and also the is not going to be visible this way, and it's going to be another div for it for this way. Okay, so I know that's confusing for now, but don't worry, now we're going to work on the picker, and when we come to this, we're going to work on that.